Hello, Beardo Bloggins here. Just having a chill day today. Decided not to go to the football because just the last couple of times, well, more than the last couple of times, just over the last, I don't know, year or two, I just find it more and more stressful to go. I just find that I am becoming more overstimulated by it all, and so I just don't enjoy the football. I don't really watch it because I'm sort of so overstimulated I can't really concentrate on it. So I'm going to watch it on TV. Yeah, I just I just find it a bit, I don't know, stressful, I guess, is probably the word. And it just means that I don't really enjoy the game, because we go from one overstimulating environment to another, whether it's on the train or the tram or in the pub where we meet a few of the fans, and then the stadium is obviously overstimulating as well. So just, I don't know, I just don't really feel like it's a pleasant experience to experience. Plus, it's a full day, so because of all the travel, it's not it's not like you can just pop in and pop back, because it's like on a good day it's like a 5-hour round trip, and then obviously Dad likes to get there early to meet up with people, so we're usually there a couple of hours before kick-off. So that means you have to leave in good time to either avoid the traffic or get an earlier train. And then depending on when kick-off is, it can be a rush to the train, because obviously we've got to catch the last train or whatever, or if we drive up, with stuck in traffic for absolutely ages, and then that just makes the journey home even longer, and then sometimes you don't get back until like the small hours of the morning, and it just you're knackered the next day, and knackered for the next couple of days. And so it has an impact on the rest of the week or the next couple of days, and it just you know, it kind of has that feeling of is it worth it? You know, to go all that way, to be stressed out and burnt out by the experience. You know, when I can find a way to watch it in the comfort of my own home, you know. I think Dad says it's a good way to get out and socialise, but with other people. But I just think there's got to be a better way to do that, you know. I'd much rather find a, I don't know, local Dungeons and Dragons group, or a local tabletop gaming group, or a local video game group, or a book club, or I don't know, a walking group. I just think there's a more local, less stressful way of socialising. So there's that. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I worry about talking to Dad about it because I don't want to, you know, be ungrateful for the opportunities that I've had to travel or whatever, or you know, and it's good to spend time with him, and you know, I don't want him to feel like it's a comment against him or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know if I could explain it in a way that he would understand. And it's not like I never want to go to the football again. It's just I need a break from going. I just, you know, rather than going, you know, several times a month, maybe just go, I don't know, couple of I don't know, a few times in the year, because sometimes, you know, when, you know, the fixtures are busy or whatever, you're sometimes going 2 or 3 times a week, and it's just, that's when it gets like super unpleasant. And again, I don't want to sound ungrateful or whatever, because you know, we've had a good couple of trips, sort of, especially into Europe and for the Champions League and stuff. But I don't know, there was, you know, there was a period, I think it was last year, we went to an away game in Europe, and then we had a home game at the weekend. So we had a midweek trip to Copenhagen, I think it was. You know, we spent a night in Copenhagen, and then so that was on it's either Tuesday or the Wednesday, and then on the Saturday we were back in Manchester, and then the next Tuesday or Wednesday we were back in Manchester again, and it was just like, I had a bit of a breakdown on the way back from from the last game, I just sort of burst into tears because I was just so stressed out and overwhelmed by it. I just, I think that for me really solidified it for me, or sort of crystallized it, that maybe I need to sort of take a break from going to the football, but I couldn't really figure out how to tell Dad. But I don't know. I probably need to coalesce my thoughts a little bit and crystallise them a little bit better and figure out a way to make them make sense. Because, I enjoy spending time with my dad and I enjoy the football. Well, not so much anymore. I do like football. It's not that I don't like football, but, the stress and overstimulation of going has got to the point where it's now overshadowing my enjoyment, if it was about a social experience, if it was about getting out and socialising, I could meet up with, some of the local supporters from the local supporters group and watch it on a TV in a pub somewhere, or, I don't know, something else. So, I don't know. I need to figure out what I want to say, really. But yeah. Bit of a ramble today, but I feel like I needed to get that off my chest a little bit. So, anyway, I shall see you tomorrow.